Hi guys, you're welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome. Today we are coming to learn how to cut this tube top or Bastia corset top. So if that's what you want to learn, let's get right into the video. I'm cutting my pattern on the lining before I transfer it into the kente or onto the kente. The style we are making, it will extend from the chest line upward, so I added 3 inches allowance. So before you start, you rule down your 3 inches at the top, then you subtract 5 inches from the shoulder, then you mark your shoulder to nipple, your shoulder to underbust, your shoulder to waist, then your blouse length. So that's what I'm marking. Then I'll connect all the lines. So I'm connecting the lines. After that, then I'll input my dart measurement. So the nipple to nipple is 8 inches. So I'll add ½ inch sewing allowance, so it will be 9 inches. So divided by 2 is 4.5. So that's what I'm marking there. Then the dart, I'll make it 8 with the sewing allowance, so it's 4. Then I will put the dart. I made it 2 inches. So I'll connect the line, the underbust to the shoulder to nipple. Then I'll mark the dart to. That's what I'm marking there. So I'm connecting the underbust to the nipple point or the shoulder to nipple. So I'm marking the dart down. Then you go upwards, or you go in by 2 inches or 3 inches at the side. I want it to be curved at the side. The top we are making, the Bastia, the front is V, so that's what I'm marking there. I want the front to be V shape. So I'm connecting from the nipple to the upper part of the body or of the Bastia. So we'll go in there. We'll mark that in the middle here at the top, 2 inches. So I'm marking the armhole. I'll go down by 3 inches at the armhole side. The back will be a little lower than the front, so I'm cutting the 3 inches I insteaded at the chest line, so that I won't make a mistake. So I've cut the 3 inches. Yes, so the back piece is the main length of the top we are working with. So I'll go in by 2 inches at the chest line. Please follow, you understand what I'm making. So I've connected the line from the nipple to the upper part of the top, then the 3 inches at the armhole. That's what I'm connecting there. So I want to make sure, so I'm measuring it is 3 inches. So I'll finish marking all the measurements. Now we'll cut a cleavage in the middle of the Bastia or the front. So you have to connect from the neck to where you measure the 3 inches. Then now we'll measure 2 inches or 1.5. Then you connect it to the top, like we want to give it a small cleavage. Then the back, you deduct or you subtract your 5 inches. Then you mark your shoulder to waist. Then you go down by 9 inches. Some people do it 10 or 11. I want mine to be 10 or 9. So that's what I'm marking there, because the corset back have to be a little lower than the front. We'll lace the back. So I'm cutting the front where I give the V shape. So after that, then we use it to cut the main kente fabric, or the kente. When you are cutting, make sure you can cut yours separately, but me, I used to cut it both the front and the back together. So when you are cutting it like this, you have to be careful so that you won't cut your back piece. So after cutting everything, I will add my interfacing and iron it nicely before I start joining my pieces together. Then I'll add my ridgeline boning to the kente. Yes, I'll sew the ridgeline boning on the kente. I won't sew it on the lining. I left 1 inch interval in each line before I sew the ridgeline boning, 1 inch before I sew the ridgeline boning. And when you are coming to add your ridgeline boning, make sure you measure your client's waist, then you see the rest of the fabric at the size, then you share it at the size, then you leave about ½ an inch when you finish sewing the ridgeline, so that the ridgeline boning will not go to the side. I hope I make sense. So that's how I made mine. So when you are coming to make yours, make sure you remember to do that. So I'm now coming to cut the back dart. The dart is supposed to come to the upper part. Yes, that's what I'm ruling there. So after that, then we'll cut the kente. Then we iron our interfacing to the kente. So I finished cutting the back. So it was a little bit longer, so I've short it. Because we'll lace the back, I want to short the upper part of the bustier or the tube, because we'll lace the back. So I measured the zip line 1½ inch, and I added 1 inch to it before I cut it. So I'll finish cutting it now. Now I'll cut my kente and iron my interfacing and join the pieces together. Then we continue from there. Please subscribe to the channel, and if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. So I finished cutting the lining. I'm now coming to cut the kente. So I've put in the lining on the kente, then I'll cut after that. Then I'll iron my interfacing on the kente, then we join the pieces together. I uploaded this video, but I noticed there was too much noise in the microphone, so I deleted the video and I'm making a voiceover. I have the videos I have to upload, but because of the microphone I can't do it, so I have to get time to make a voiceover before uploading all those videos. So I finished cutting the back. Now I'll cut I want to notch the waist, so that if I'm coming to shape the top, I'll see where the waist is, so that I won't go low or go up too much, so that the shape will look nice. So I'm putting the fronts or the kente to cut. Then after that, I'll iron my interfacing Then I'll join the pieces together. Because I was in a hurry to make this, the person have to use it on Friday, and she brought it in, I think, Tuesday or Monday. Then I have to finish everything in bead, so that's why I didn't do a detail. You didn't see how I sew the boning and how I bead the kente, but I'll try and make another one for you guys to see how I sew my boning on the kente and how I bead the kente from start to finish. Please watch till the end so that you see everything I'm making there. So you have to notch your waist so that you see where your shape will start from. So now I'll finish cutting everything. Now I'll cut my interfacing, then I'll iron it. So I finished ironing my interfacing on the kente. I didn't add some in the lining because the kente is already thick, so I didn't add some on the lining. So I'll go and join the pieces together, then I'll add my boning, then we'll sew everything in because we won't need or weave or overlock the sides. We'll sew all the same inside the kente. So if you want to, the kente, when you are cutting it, is remove a lot because of the weaving. So when you are doing it, make sure you secure it with your interfacing so that it won't remove or it won't be on rough. So I'm now cutting my modesty panel at the back that I will have to insert at the back so that my client's back will not show. So I'll finish joining the pieces together. I'm cutting my modesty panel. So I made